The commercial door and hardware business is quite complicated and traditionally is handled by a separate market niche known as the contract door and hardware distributor. These companies employ specialists, architectural hardware consultants, AHC, and certified door consultants, CDC. They consult with the architect and general contractor during the design and construction phase to ensure that the doors and hardware utilized are up to code and meet the working demands for each architectural opening. There are 13 major steel door manufacturers that make up the Steel Door Institute. Each of these manufacturers adhere to different specifications for their lock height and hinge locations, which makes it very difficult and cost ineffective for a retailer to coordinate this type of transaction. Once the building is turned over to the owner or property manager, the repair and upkeep of these openings gets quite complicated. The standard process involves a trip from a specialist to determine the specifications of the door. Then they take it back to their shop and determine when they can produce a door to meet your specifications. This process can take up to 4 weeks and cost up to $1,600. For example, we canvassed 3 contract hardware distributors throughout the country and asked them to provide us with an estimate to replace a standard 18-gauge hollow metal door. We stated that we did not know the door manufacturer and were unsure about hinge location, lock height, or handing of the door. In each of the estimates, the supplier stated that it would require 2 trips to the job site. The first to inspect, measure, and determine what fabrication will be necessary in the shop. The second trip would be to hang the door. The estimates included the door, hinges, and UL-listed cylindrical lever set. The time to complete the job ranged from 3 to 4 weeks, based on their existing production capacity for their fabrication shops and what contract work was already scheduled. This is where we see an opportunity for the Mesker slide lock door to make the process of replacing these existing doors seamless, quick, and cost-effective for all parties involved. A door to fit all existing architectural openings provided they are of standard widths and height, which covers the majority of the steel doors in the commercial door industry. For example, the following represents the most common sizes utilized in replacement doors: 3 feet by 7 feet, 3.5 feet by 7 feet, and 4 feet by 7 feet. Mesker can provide doors to any dimensions. Contact your exclusive Mesker contract hardware distributor for details. Openings of any height and width are available via special order. Installing the Mesker slide lock door is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Determine the door's dimensions. Determine the handing and swing of the door. Once these determinations are made, simply remove the Mesker slide lock door from its carton, and you will notice that a continuous geared hinge is already mounted to the door along with the hardware. 2. Remove your existing door. 3. Install the Mesker slide lock door. Step 1. After removing the existing door, the first thing you need to do is attach the supplied filler plates into the old hinge locations on the frame. Utilizing a screwdriver, a wedge, or a shim to allow the door to be level, this job can be completed by one member of your maintenance staff. Step 2. Then attach the Mesker slide lock door using the included self-drilling tapping screws to the existing frame to secure it. Once the continuous hinge is secured, you now have a seamless hinge, a piano hinge if you will, from top to bottom of the jamb, distributing the weight evenly as opposed to the normal application, where the weight is distributed between 3 or 4 points depending on the height of the door. Step 3. Close the door. Then slide the lock set in a vertical position until you hear the latch engage the strike, which is already mounted on the jamb. Finally, secure the reinforcing plate to the door with the screws provided. Now the hardware is perfectly centered and ready for operation. The door is also pre-primed, so it is ready to be painted to meet any architectural decor. The Mesker slide lock door makes it as easy as 1, 2, 3. The demand for commercial door repair will always be strong. As buildings age, facilities are purchased, and security issues with vandalism in schools, public facilities, government housing, and rear doors of warehouses are damaged. They all require replacement. The patented Mesker slide lock door is simple to select, easy to install, is fire rated to 90 minutes, and all hardware is UL rated and ADA compliant. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3.